In this video, we will walk you through how to assign and grade Edpuzzle assignments within Schoology using the Edpuzzle LTI app. Edpuzzle is a program where you can create self-paced video lessons by adding questions and multimedia content to YouTube and more. We're going to take a look at how we assign and grade Edpuzzle lessons from within Schoology, and we're going to understand how student scores on Edpuzzle lessons automatically pass back to the Schoology gradebook. If you first need to learn how Edpuzzle works, you can take a test run by following this link. Additionally, the Edpuzzle GUHST Tech page has lots of resources for setting up your account and learning more about the tool, including accessing more resources from Edpuzzle itself. Lastly, if you'd like to request support from a digital learning coach, a DLC, please go ahead and follow that link and submit a request using the form. The Edpuzzle LTI app is already pre-installed on all district accounts. So if you're a teacher using Schoology, you already have the LTI app for Edpuzzle installed in your account. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create courses in Edpuzzle and connect them to Schoology. So what we're going to do is on the left sidebar menu, we're going to come down and we're going to select Edpuzzle.
Go ahead and enter a description for your course, choose a grade level, and then enter a subject level as well. When you're finished, go ahead and click the blue Create Class button.
It's now going to create the course titled exactly what it is here in Schoology. So if I go to Edpuzzle, I can see this course has been created. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Edpuzzle, just reload my class list rosters. And now I see that course B shows up here. No work has been assigned yet. Now, additionally, in Schoology, some of you may have linked courses. You notice that this is only one section of course B. If I want to go to maybe a linked section, so this section here, let's say, for example, here's course A, and I have sections 1, 2, 3 that are linked. I would go ahead and I would do the same thing. I would click here and I would connect them. The only difference is in Edpuzzle itself,
we see that Edpuzzle only labels it with the first section, although all sections are included. Don't worry about this.
We're not going to be doing lots of things in Edpuzzle with this LTI app. We're going to be doing all of our work to assign and grade in Schoology itself. Now that we've connected our Schoology course to our Edpuzzle course, we're now going to start assigning a lesson. So the way we're going to do that is going to go ahead and click Add Materials. You're going to select Edpuzzle. It's going to connect with your account, and your lessons are going to load here. Go ahead and select the lesson that you want to assign by clicking the eyeball and clicking Assign. It's going to confirm Prevent Skipping. You can turn on closed captioning if you'd like or not. This is the course it's going to. Go ahead and click Assign. And the course is now assigned. The next step that we need to do is we need to now edit this. We're going to click the gear icon and we're going to select Edit. What we're going to do at this point is we need to enable grading so that it adds a grade column into the gradebook, and we can assign points for this to students so that when they complete the Edpuzzle, the grades that they get on the Edpuzzle score pass back nicely and quickly to the Schoology gradebook. Go ahead and give it a point total for whatever your point totals are. Set any due date that you'd like to set, give it a category, and go ahead and click Save Changes. At this point, your Edpuzzle is ready to be completed by your students. If we go to our gradebook, we now will see that this personal taxes Edpuzzle assignment is listed in our grading column. And there's the personal taxes assignment for Edpuzzle right there. When your students log into Schoology to complete the Edpuzzle assignment, they'll go ahead and click it. It's going to connect. It's going to recognize who they are. Here's the teacher. There's the name. And now a student can complete it in this way. Go ahead and click play. Play through the assignment. They cannot progress forward because of the options that I've set. And we see that all of these are the interactions or the questions that they can interact with here. The students can also expand this if this window is too small. They can expand it out right here to go a little bit full screen. And then they can see the times here a little more clearly. And of course, they can minimize it back if they prefer as well. And the students would go through and complete this assignment. Once your students start completing the Edpuzzle assignment, you can go in and start doing some grading. So from the teacher perspective, we're going to go through and click the assignment. Once we click the assignment, we're going to see that a roster of students will populate here. If you noted that there's a student on your roster that's not in this list, that's because they haven't opened the Edpuzzle yet. So Jennifer, for example, has clicked the link to open the Edpuzzle that I've assigned, but she hasn't done any work on it. Eric, on the other hand, has completed the entire assignment, He last watched it 2 minutes ago, and so you get the same information here. If you want to reset progress because you want your students to redo it, you can go ahead and do that here, just like if you were in Edpuzzle. Now, I do see I have one answer to grade, so I'm going to go ahead and grade that because it's a subjective answer. So there's the answer the student gave. I can say, perfect, that looks good. And then here's all of that student's work. Now we can go back into the assignment itself, and we will see that Eric Brown now has a grade. Once everything's scored, if you do need to go in and grade certain answers, again, multiple choice is automatically graded by Edpuzzle. So there's the student's grade, 64 out of 100. So now I'm ready to go back to my gradebook and see that Eric Brown's 64 has been passed back to the Schoology gradebook. I'm going to scroll over to the far right. There's Eric Brown. There's his 64 out of 100 that's been automatically placed into the gradebook.